action comes your way on a Wednesday evening from Fredericktown, where defending league champion Mount Gilead looks to end a 2-game slide and stay on top of the conference standings against a talented Freddy squad who can ill afford a second consecutive loss in league play. It's live and free girls high school hoops, tipping off at the Freddies Nest, and it's all coming up next.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Welcome inside the Morrow County Job and Family Services pregame for a pivotal midweek matchup in the KMAC. I'm Brian Skowronski with Ben McClay tonight, and plenty on the line here. I was just talking to Mount Gilead's head coach. They feel like this is a very pivotal game for both teams. Of course, the Freddies looking to avoid 3 consecutive losses, and for Mount Gilead, a win here keeps them right there within striking distance at the top.
Oh, 100%. So I actually talked to Coach Pryor on Sunday over the phone, and he was telling me that it's a pretty competitive league all the way through. And yeah, it seems like especially if the Freddies have any shot at competing for that title at the end, this is a must-win. But a fun fact is every KMAC team in girls has one loss already, which you don't usually see at the beginning of the season. Obviously, as the season goes on, sometimes you'll see that in different leagues, but for it to be so early as it is, seems like it's anyone's ball game.
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams right up there at the top. And for Mount Gilead, got off to a hot start, 4-1. Losers in their last two, but against some quality teams.
Yeah.
Their first loss against Centerburg in the KMAC as well.
Okay. Yeah, and they lost Crawford. Have they played Loudonville as well?
Not yet.
Oh,
Still to come for them.
two.
One of the best teams in Division 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're Division 4.
They are this year. Yeah, they fell down.
Wow.
How about this stud sophomore, though? Danielle Polcati, a super sophomore. She's been lighting it up from downtown all season long. Almost 50% from beyond the arc.
That is incredible. I mean, I think the highest I've even ever seen a boys percentage is 40. That's amazing.
So this young lady over 11 points per game, and you see the total field goal percentage right at about 47%. So this young lady certainly is one that you're going to have to keep an eye on if you are the Freddies here tonight.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think if I'm Fredericktown, if I'm Coach Pryor in my scouting report, you just got to get the hand up fast and, run out on her as a shooter. I'm not super familiar with that team. Does she have a, drive to get to the rim game, or is she mostly just spot up three?
Do a little bit of both.
Okay.
So Fredericktown obviously going to have to key on her.
Yep.
And for the Freddies, they had a little bit of early season momentum, and it kind of got thwarted at Danville. Broke their 2-game win streak, and you see there, just like Mount Gilead, they kind of average about the same amount as they allow.
Yeah,
so it's been an up and down season for both teams.
Yeah. Well, and the Freddies are still pretty young. You've got 3 or 4 sophomores that are logging super heavy minutes, and then Callie Carpenter is a junior. But yeah, I think the Freddies. I think this should be a really good game.
We'll now pause for a moment as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. So you had mentioned Callie Carpenter before we paused there for the national anthem, and now in her junior season. This girl, I think, very true to her name. She's kind of got that bleach blonde hair, very Callie-esque, but then, like a Carpenter, she brings it, man. She's got the full utility belt. She can do a little bit of everything, and very smooth, like some classic peanut butter.
Yeah, I agree. I really like her game. She's one you just watch out for. If I'm Mount Gilead, I think I'm really keying in on her and Ella Boughton. Ella Boughton's another one that's really solid in that sophomore group. I think she's got some good guard skills for as tall as she is. So, yeah.
So those are the 2 players that we feel like you need to key on tonight. But what are our keys to victory? We'll begin with Fredericktown. And for me, I feel like the 3-point line is going to be very important for them. This is a team that when they have success knocking it down from the perimeter, they tend to win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I would say the other key would probably be get that Callie groove. So, if Callie can just play her game, score anywhere from 15 to 25, I think that's probably what that team needs. Yeah.
And then on the other side tonight for Mount Gilead, our keys to victory. It's Christmas week. You just got to share the joy of some nice, crisp ball movement. I'm going with the season of giving tonight, Ben.
Nice. Well, it looks like the coaching staff would agree with you, being that they're all dressed in Christmas theme.
And for you, contain Carpenter?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I think you got to contain Callie. I think you got to make somebody else beat you outside of her and possibly Boughton if I'm Mount Gilead.
So that'll wrap up our Morrow County Job and Family Services pregame show as we are just about set for some high school basketball action. And you're right, very festive fits tonight for the coaching staff over on Mount Gilead side.
Yeah.
And here comes the starting lineups for the Freddies. Big applause, of course, for Carpenter. Been doing a lot of damage around here since she was a freshman.
Yep.
Maya Bryant now in her senior season. Sophomore season.
Sophomore, yeah. But I know she logged a lot of minutes as a freshman last year. I think all three of these sophomores that are on the floor right now logged heavy minutes as freshmen, which should be a huge advantage down the road.
So we'll have Boughton tipping off tonight against Aubrey Thomas. And it's going to be Mount Gilead, the first possession here of the night. And we got a block
Clean
shot on
block.
the perimeter, huh?
Carpenter with the ball.
And she's going to slow things down now.
It's like Mount Gilead's man-to-man defense. You know, I feel like I see a lot more zone defense in varsity girls basketball than I do boys. I really think that zone defense can be a little underutilized because you think of all the time in practice these teams spend with man-to-man principles offensively, man-to-man sets, and then they see a zone and maybe you've spent 20 minutes all season in practice going over it, you know?
Oh, the rip here by Carpenter trying to push forward for Boughton. Recollects the handle to the cup. And hangs on the rim, no bueno.
Good
Callie
putback
with the follow.
Yep. Looks like the Freddies are dropping back in the 1-3-1 zone. Be curious how much trapping Coach Pryor does on this.
Carpenter threw the leg out. She was going to try to do a back heel kick. And we'll take a look at the Bo Lacey replay for the first points of the night, belonging to Ms. Carpenter. Baseline drive, decent setup in the middle.
Ooh.
And our first free throws of the night.
Aubrey Thomas at the line. Brian, do you know, so we know that Gilead is the returning KMAC champs. Do you happen to know how many of these girls were on that squad a year ago?
Yeah, I believe that they graduated 4 starters.
Wow.
From that team last year. It was very senior laden.
Okay, yeah.
So they're replacing a ton of talent, of course.
Yep.
Some of the top players in the KMAC.
Yep, not an easy thing to do at any level.
So to come out of the gates at 4-1 like they did,
yeah,
I think was very impressive.
Very impressive, yeah.
And you look at their losses, too. I think just a combined 1 or 2 losses against their opponents so far. So it's been, you know, a difficult schedule for them here early on in the season.
And are they Division 3 or 4 in girls?
They are Division 3.
Okay.
Tough take inside, wrapped up. It's Emily Feeney fighting for possession, and the possession arrow will favor Fredericktown.
Fredericktown in a 1-4 low. Let's see.
Quick trigger from the corner.
Good shot.
Yeah, bottoms up for Boughton.
You know, I was having a conversation with one of my mentors last night. He's a retired teacher and used to coach junior high basketball, and we were just talking like baseline plays. You're never going to be that close to the hoop all game long, and there's like 100 different plays out there. So you may as well have a good stack of like 7 or 8 plays that you really think you can score off of. I watched all this varsity basketball, and I see teams just chuck it to half court, and it just seems like a waste for me. But, you know, that was a nice play by Coach Pryor.
Foul's going to go on Maya Bryant. Will be her first, team second.
Definitely don't want to be in foul trouble because one of their starters, Jill Boughton, is out tonight. And, you know, anytime you have a key player like Boughton, that probably makes your, you know, bench a little more shallow, which I don't want foul trouble because of that. Nice post up.
He knocked her out of bounds. Clean defense being played.
Yep.
Trying to sneak it down onto the block.
So what's your take on the new foul rule so far?
Well, I got to say, for the high school ranks, I really enjoyed the 1-and-1 aspect of it, having to earn it, and it felt like there was a lot more opportunities for free throws. I've done quite a few games already, and almost never are teams getting into the bonus. It's very, very rare. So can't say I'm a fan. Just think that they're trying to be. I'm sure the shot clock is the next thing that's on the way here within the next couple of seasons.
And I'm not, you know, like, of course, you know, I've coached ball for, you know, like 6 years now, youth, middle school, high school, and I mean, my team this year's got a pretty quick trigger, but we're also really good. But, you know, it's like, I don't think, like, when you don't have talent, real good talent, like, I think part of the strategy can be running half-court offense, you know, and I don't love the shot clock like a lot of people do. But that's just my opinion.
No, I think I tend to agree with that, and we see a timeout taken by Coach Vukovic.
Great start for the Freddies.
And they've done a fantastic job of turning some defense into some offensive looks. You see him cashing in right there on the fast break. And that's what you got to do, especially playing at home. Ride a little wave of momentum and the energy of the crowd.
Yep. Really not a bad crowd for a Wednesday night.
I believe Fredericktown, this was the last day of school for them, so finals are up.
Yesterday was. Yep, this is the first day of break.
Party.
First day of break.
It's always
Looks like Freddies are switching into man-to-man defense. Pretty smart move by Coach Pryor, switching up the defense.
Look like they're still trying to trap, create some havoc out there, almost get the turnover. Instead, it sets up a 3. This one off target here for Simpson.
A little 3-round-2 action, high-low, possibly.
2 different players posting up at the same block.
I don't think that's what they scripted.
It's still going to work out as they've got Feeney heading to the free throw line. But, yeah, a lot of clogged area right there.
Yeah. The post is just a really interesting thing. I mean, I saw this picture last night that said something about the difference between the 90s and now, and it had Shaquille O'Neal flexing, and then it had a picture of Wemby and that Chet Holmgren. And I don't know. I mean, I think the game is shifting to a 5-out motion and a lot of shooting threes and slashing, but if you can post up, in my opinion, that's one of the hardest shots to stop in basketball, you know, that back of the basket. But I guess the thing nowadays is a lot of times coaches don't necessarily want kids to live in there, like maybe 10 years ago.
The evolution of the game,
That's
without
right.
question, but there will always be a place if you can put your back to the basket.
That's right.
But this is
good left hand.
This
good
is what
pass.
it's becoming.
I really, Freddies really I feel like, are playing pretty unselfish. Like the right girl is shooting the ball.
And definitely getting aggressive defensively.
Yep.
Another takeaway. Some cookies here. Carpenter on the setup.
Right idea. Good bounce pass.
But it's out of bounds. She tried to get it to Bryant. Take a look back at that last bucket. Bouncing on the money. Carpenter, left-handed finish. So it's a 10-1 start here for Fredericktown at home, and pretty pivotal game here.
Yep. So far, so good for the Freddies. See if the Gilead can figure out this zone. Seems like Freddies are just eating them alive with that 1-3-1.
Carpenter running the floor again.
Ah, good take. Tell you what, she just makes it look so easy.
And she's got half of Fredericktown's points so far.
Yep. Well, that was the key to the game.
Baseline drive, Simpson turns it over yet again. 3 straight giveaways for Mount Gilead. Carpenter looking to slow things down. She gets picked up by Faith White.
Looks like they're back in their 3-round-2 look.
Turnover here, though, by Fredericktown.
Yep.
Take a look at the last Carpenter bucket. You're right, just so smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Footwork for days.
Yep.
Indians in desperate need of a basket here.
Yeah.
This will help Thomas. It looked like she was at least going to get fouled.
Looks like that could be a blocking call, but you know what? They didn't call it. Got to keep playing.
Was Kit Bellman stood in?
Yep.
Stood her ground.
Yep.
Off the drive, the runner.
Good take.
Faith White with the first basket of the night for MG.
It's like Fredericktown calling some sort of set play. Back screen for Carpenter. Post up Feeney.
Lob it inside. Double team comes.
Carpenter on the post. Ooh.
Just ripped right out of her hands.
Yep.
Olivia Long with the thefts pushing ahead here for Polcott. Oh, what a step
good
through.
take.
Back-to-back buckets now for the Lady Indians.
It's like we're running some sort of dribble weave. Might be kind of trying to hold it for the last shot.
Still a lot of time showing on the clock.
Good take, Maya Bryant. After talking to Coach Pryor before the game, he said that one of the main keys is just playing from the inside out. So, you know, getting it inside that post, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to get 2 points that way, but if you can start to get it inside, you know, players like Carpenter spotting up, cutting in, just opens up a whole new, you know, whole new aspect of the game for the Freddies. But so far, I mean, mostly just scoring off their defense. But probably can't do that the whole game. Eventually, I think Mount Gilead is going to figure out that zone.
Indians trying to battle back into the game here. 45 seconds to go. Fast-moving first quarter. And another takeaway. And we'll get a foul as well. It's just been the active hands of the Lady Freddies making all the difference.
Yeah.
Olivia Harris, Jr., checking in for the first time tonight.
Ready set up in that 3-round-2 look. Post up. Now they'll get it back into the hands of Carpenter. Quickly dishes it off. And it
Definitely looks like the game plans are try to get it down on the block.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely send their post player ball side, which if you're looking to get it inside is great, but if you want dribble penetration, you probably want her going opposite so they have that lane to drive. But I agree with you. Looks like they want to really feed it inside the old school way.
It's going to be 7 seconds remaining. Got Carpenter on the ball.
Little America's play. Wide open. Good job, Coach Pryor. Good play. Oop.
Rims out for Harrison. Mount Gilead content to take it into the quarter. So it's a 9-point difference after one here at the Freddies Nest.
Great quarter for the Freddies.
'At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Nine-point lead for the Lady Freddies with 1 quarter in the books here inside the Freddies Nest. Taking advantage of 7 giveaways by Mount Gilead in the opening frame.
Yep.
I am Brian Skowronski. Ben McClay is with me here tonight. And very sloppy play for Mount Gilead offensively in that first quarter. Going to have to dig themselves out of a hole.
To say the least.
Get a quick triggered long range. Won't fall though. And it's 1 and done on their first possession. Ella Boughton with the rebounds. Versatile player.
Callie Carpenter's out of the game right now, getting a little breather.
And shooting into the gap. Faith White trying to go end to end. She will.
Yeah, just like that, 7-point game. Couple stops, couple scores, and could be a close one.
Harris looking down on the block. Feeney gets chased out of there.
Man, Freddies really like to post up. Little cross screen action. There it is.
Emily turns inside. Tough shot. 3 Indians around her, and Polcott with the rebound. Racing the other way. Slows it down. The pull up. Back iron.
Ella Boughton handling the ball handling duties with Carpenter out. Little horns action.
Kick to the corner. 3 ball on the way. That one won't drop. But Fredericktown to maintain possession down here at this end.
Freshman Bella Ritchie checking into the game, getting some varsity action. She was a big piece of that JV win.
And for Mount Gilead, it's Aubrey Thomas, senior, back out onto the floor. As Harris attacks, nice step through.
Nice take. It's like Freddies. Oh, I don't know if they're in Manners Ed. I don't know if they know either.
Bit of a blow by there, but a block shot after Thomas got to the rim. Now she hesitates, domineering down the lane.
Good take, good take.
She'll go to the free throw line.
Just doing a nice job of initiating the contact.
Thomas looking for her 2nd and 3rd points of the night. Good looking stroke there.
Yeah.
Back down to just a 7-point game as
Yeah.
Carpenter checks back in. Here's Callie in between the circles. Sets it up at the high post.
Ball screen.
Woo. How about the friendly hop?
That's a great shot. I think the pull-up jumper is one of the hardest shots to contest in basketball. Also one of the hardest to make.
Carpenter with 8 of the 18 right now for Fredericktown. Nice dribble drive, too hard off the square.
Good board.
Boughton pushing ahead, sends it for Callie. Callie with the right hand and
man.
one.
Great take.
Back-to-back buckets now
Yeah.
for the junior Carpenter.
A couple of my 7th grade basketball players sitting in the front row. I hope they're taking notes at Carpenter because she is really good.
He's got to work on the fundamentals, the footwork.
Yep.
And certainly Callie's always had the confidence to try to do just about anything. Mishandled there by Thomas. It's going to stay at this end. Got a referee timeout for some footwear. They have to wear black shoes, don't they?
I mean, I've never seen a ref that's not. Wow.
Carpenter comes up short. Rebound cleared here by Neal. Kendall sends it ahead. Bolcott. Now they'll reverse it. Quick cross over there from Faith White.
Can't get it to fall.
Largest lead of the contest right now for the Lady Freddies, trying to add to it. Here's hands off. Here's Carpenter lobbing it inside.
Good
Great
pass.
catch.
Ooh, good look. That's a good look for the freshman. Ooh, little. Surprised that wasn't out of bounds.
Yeah, saved in by Greer Simpson. Now Carpenter, mid-range J, not this time. Mr. Last three. Backside, trying to sneak it into Boughton, tipped in, and it's a turnover. And now White loses the handle. So Mount Gilead, double-digit turnovers already, halfway through the second.
Yeah, they just are not taking care of the ball. Bella Ritchie, freshman. Ooh, can't get it to go. Kit Bellman, nice board. To the free throw line, Kit Bellman.
Yeah, that one well off target there. But it's good to have friends in low places. That was Kit Bellman.
Can't get the first one to fall. Good shot. 12-point game. Freddie's sitting back in that 1-3-1 zone.
Gave Mount Gilead fits early on in the contest.
Yeah, no kidding.
See if they're able to adjust here
Ah,
instead
that-
of reach in.
Not a pretty dumb foul, if you ask me. But she's playing hard in that zone. Understandable.
Team foul number 2 on the Lady Freddies here in the frame. Good ball movement,
Ooh.
Thomas. Knocked off her spot, so it'll be the 3rd team foul now against Fredericktown. Looking for some options, they'll come up top. Nearly a reach in.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't.
And some dangerous passes going on right now by MG, but They kind of been doing that all game so far.
Probably why they have multi-digit turnovers. A little up screen action.
Simpson, head fake. Boughton able to recover. Polcott still has not scored. Leads the squad with about a dozen per game so far.
Ooh.
Now Carpenter's going to back it out. Going to run a little bit of time, getting a set. Backdoor cut for Boughton, makes the catch.
Good cut, Carpenter.
Calling for it down on the block. Little fake, and the foul's going to be on the floor. This is really where Callie's pretty dangerous. Just she gets a lot of people to bite with that head and shoulder fake, and then she steps through.
Yeah, she's got a nice post game.
Maya Bryant back in. Lob it to her immediately, looking to get to work.
Good look.
So Bryant, instant impact offense off the
Walk.
bench. And more misery in the turnover department for Polcott and company. As the Lady Freddies enjoying their largest lead so far here of the contest, on top by 14. Bellman from the elbow, a little too strong, and Mount Gilead able to clear. Approaching the 2-minute mark here of first half action. Jump ball is going to be the call. Possession arrow heading the other way. So the season of giving certainly setting in here for Mount Gilead. Gifts all over the floor tonight.
That's right. Gifts to the Freddies.
And that wasn't my key to the game, but I more meant like to your friends. Don't want to help out the enemy too much.
Little handoff action to Carpenter. Wow.
Buckets.
Wow, that's smooth.
Callie Carpenter lighting it up like Rudolph's nose. 13 points tonight. And a nice quick release. Tough catch in traffic. Simpson makes it, but the kick out off target.
Another Purple Indian turnover.
Take another look at this last three by Carpenter. No hesitation, hand down, man down. Callie capitalizes.
I don't know a lot about KMAC girls per se, but would you say she's a front runner and player of the year?
Yeah, she's going to be in the conversation. She might be the top dog right now at this point.
Okay.
Got to get those wins, though. Fredericktown,
Right.
if they can be right there in the mix by the end of the year.
100%. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're the best player on one of the best teams, then, you know, it's helps out that much more.
There's Carpenter defending.
And sometimes, you know, kids don't. Now, she scores a lot of points, but sometimes kids might not average as many because their team is really good and everyone else is scoring.
Tipped up for grabs. Lady Indians recollect. Set shot from downtown.
See if Freddies try to hold it for the last one or if they push it up.
Indians going to make it tough on him. Boughton dribbles over into the corner, gets deflected for the turnover. On the run, good pass inside.
Oh.
Polcott fouled.
How many is that on her? It's at least two because she had the one. out here.
Looks like it's going to be foul number 3 on Boughton. She's got 5 points. And she's a proven ball handler as well if they need.
Oh, yeah.
Mount Gilead gets into double digits with that free throw. And Danielle now on the board. Her first point. 2 for 2 on this trip. 15-point margin.
Oh, that was not smart.
Oh, what a read. The finish, though, not available. Got to check the clock. Carpenter from straight away.
Wow.
Nothing but net.
Beautiful.
Big bucket for Callie Carpenter. She has been lighting up the scoreboard. 16 points for Callie, only 11 for Mount Gilead as we've got 2 quarters in the books at the half. 28-11. Freddies rolling.
Yeah.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you folks live and free thanks to our very generous sponsors, including Alumni Roofing, a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Spherion Mid-Ohio. Let them help you build the career you want or the awesome team you want. They build real relationships with you so they can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Lacey Construction. Experience you can trust. Done right and on time. Home and Kitchen Supply. Your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Knox Community Hospital. In the community, for the community. And Morrow County Job and Family Services. Check out their link below to see all what they can do for you in the Morrow County area. We'll take one more quick commercial timeout and we'll be right back with some halftime stats. Stay here. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
Welcome you back for our halftime show presented by Morrow County Job and Family Services. 2 quarters down, and right now it's the Lady Freddies running things here at home, 29-11 at the break. I am Brian Skowronski, and our brand new intern Emma Bell making her OH Report debut right here and now. Emma, you were tracking the stats for us in the first half. Tell me about some of the big numbers that really jump off the page at you.
The Freddies led with 9 twos in the first half. They also dropped 3 threes. Most were made by Callie Carpenter. The rebounds, they had around 11 rebounds. Free throws, they were kind of a little bit iffy on those. They made 2 out of the 5 free throws. Mount Gilead was leading them actually in free throws. They made 6 out of the 5, or 5 out of the 6. Mount Gilead also has had a lot of turnovers compared to Fredericktown. Mount Gilead is a little bit sloppy on the offensive side of things. They're also not rebounding a lot of the balls that are being dropped by Fredericktown.
So clearly, yeah, the turnovers right now, a big issue for Mount Gilead. trailing by 17, so throw your coaching hat on just for a second before we turn you loose. What do they need to do to clean up things and try to make a run here in the third quarter, make it interesting going into the fourth?
Definitely slow it down a little bit. Don't just fly the ball across the court. Look where you're passing, and communication, definitely talking a lot on the court. Communication
is key, and always look both ways before throwing that ball. All right, Emma Bell breaking your halftime stats down. Thanks so much.
Oh, God, that was awful.
So we'll get Ben McClay back in here as the third quarter. And a jump ball here on the first possession. Just talking to Emma about kind of what we saw there through a couple quarters, Ben, and obviously for Mount Gilead, it was just the ball handling and just the passing. Living dangerously as they did here on their opening possession. That's something that if they don't clean it up kind of ASAP, you could see Fredericktown running away with this.
It could get pretty ugly pretty quick. Oh, travel there.
It's going to go against Emily Feeney.
I also want to know Gilead's shooting percentage. I can't imagine it was very high.
Yeah, I think they only made 3 field goals in that first half in total. Great looking possession here.
Ooh,
the kick out. Wow. Little breeze coming through. Off target.
Ooh.
Second opportunity. That won't fall either. But the hustle play, the shovel pass by Danielle to keep it alive. Oh, but they turn it over again. Possession had some promise. You see the fight. Mount Gilead doing everything they can to at least get some clean looks, but sometimes just not your night. Shots aren't falling, and you got to do some other things. Maybe step up defensively.
Yeah.
Boughton looking to attack here, using her strong frame up and over the defender, but missed it, and secured by Thomas. Mishandled. As Neal just could not squeeze it. Carpenter, a 1-on-4, step through. Right place, right time. Callie with the rebound.
Oh, man, wide open.
A lid on both buckets right now. First 90 seconds. As Polkott.
Oh, good take.
Excellent and one opportunity coming
nice
up.
Euro step.
So Danielle Polkott with her first bucket of the night. Had 2 points in the first half, both coming at the charity stripe. And well short, goes down to the floor. Forces the tie up, and looks like MG is going to keep it. Still just a 15-point game. Plenty of time remaining here. Nil cut off by Carpenter, gives it up. Freddie sitting back in his own look. Thomas stepped through, forced a shot. Looked like it was just a little rushed. That last setup from Aubrey Thomas. Long two. And it's out of bounds.
Mount
Belongs
Gilead
to Mount
ball.
Gilead.
Ready, set up in that 1-3-1 zone. Giving Mount Gilead all sorts of fits all night long. They just can't seem to get anything, like any rhythm offensively, you know. And then when they do get a bucket, the Freddies respond and kind of been the ball game.
Lady Indians doing a decent job, though, right now on the offensive glass. Nil has it ripped away, though. Comes Boughton with a head of steam. Lexa slow it down, pull it back out.
Inside out game.
Ella from the corner.
Good looking jumper.
Polkott straight to the rack, hard off the square. Love her energy. Saves it right back in bounds into the hands of Ella. Carpenter's got pull caught on her. She has to pick up her bounce. And we'll get a timeout. Just a 32-0 so far in the frame here for Mount Gilead.
A lot of missed shots. Not a lot of anything. But he's still hanging on with that 16-point lead.
Do want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free. I'll dive into the chat section. Say, hey, Laura Brown. Cheering on Mount Gilead and number 11, Olivia. Ellen says, let's go Freddies. Dora on the other side of the equation, cheering on the Lady Indians, as is Dan Herscher. And Brian Hess, go Freddies. So a very balanced viewing audience tonight on the Facebook side of things. And that's what we want. All the fans getting in there. We are your home for KMAC hoops, boys and girls, of course. Taking you into the holiday weekend. And taking it away here is Mount Gilead, coast to coast for Thomas, left hand.
Good take.
So 4-0 run here for Mount G in this third.
Yeah, and as little as they've been able to create in the half court, maybe they just need to get out, get steals, and push the ball if I'm Mount Gilead.
Carpenter calls for a screen from Bellman, just slips through. Now Boughton getting harassed down in the corner, has it tipped away. Thomas called for the foul on the floor. Going to get a couple of subs checking in right now for Mount Gilead. So Coach Vukovic looking for some type of a spark.
Good take.
Instead, it'll be Maya Bryant with the first field goal for Fredericktown here in the second half.
She's done a nice job tonight. I think that's 4 or 6 buckets for her, but 6 points for Bryant, and she is the second leading scorer behind Carpenter tonight.
Callie still outscoring Mount Gilead on the night, 16-15. Looking to change that here, Polcott. And the quick trigger won't land in the bullseye.
Ella Boughton doing the ball handling duties for the Freddies. Yeah, a little uncontrolled. Anytime you can have one of your taller players is one of your better ball handlers, I think that's a huge advantage.
Both her and older sister Jill Boughton, who, as you mentioned, out tonight. Excellent size and handles. I have no idea how Carpenter caught that.
Good pass. Oh.
Backside, good look. Tipped back out.
Oh, nice shot.
Ella Boughton's got 7 now. And that's what Fredericktown has done a great job of all night, anticipating the passes. How about the defense there for White? Second opportunity and maybe a third here for Carpenter.
Carpenter going to the bucket. Going to the free throw line, I mean.
Callie just attacking the offensive glass.
Couple of subs for the Freddies and the Indians. Callie Carpenter still outscoring the whole Mount Gilead squad. It's pretty safe to say that she's the best player on the floor tonight.
Certainly our front runner for most valuable player.
No, hands down.
Mount Gilead needs to make a run these last 2:45. Try to put themselves in a position where they can try to make it interesting down the stretch.
Yep.
19-point deficit, though, for the Lady Indians, who have been competitive in every game so far.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised, but, you know, I mean, I think Fredericktown's hitting shots and Gilead's not. And, you know, I think the Freddies game on Saturday against Danville was super competitive, and it sounded like even though it was a 6-point game, it really came down to the last few possessions, and maybe the Freddies have a chip on their shoulder from that game because, you know, obviously as a Freddie, you never want to get beat by Danville, but that also kind of put them back in the league at that 1-2 standing. So, you know, Freddies maybe a little hungry, and I like the brand of basketball they're playing. I mean, they really sit in that zone nicely. You know, they don't force it. Carpenter kind of does her thing. I like Bryant in the post. You know, I think next year this is I mean, I think this is a good team this year, but I think next year this team's dangerous with 4 of the 5 starters coming back.
Be a kick ball that time on Carpenter after coming away with the burglary. Another giveaway for Mount Gilead, piling up yet again here in the third quarter.
I believe the Freddies have the Clearfork girls pretty soon. That would be a huge test. Clearfork girls are having a really good season. Obviously losing to Shelby, but Shelby's exceptional.
Yeah, Shelby kind of blew their doors off last night, actually.
Yeah, I saw that, but I mean, Shelby's girls basketball is on a whole different level. But Clearfork's been beating most people in their league, haven't they? Girls-wise, I know they beat Pleasant. I think they beat Harding. Not sure about River Valley. And Coach Sellers has done an exceptional job. And I believe that game is here, the Colt Freddy showdown.
Bully ball inside for Boughton. Simpson secures the board. Now here's Kendall Nill down the lane, lost the handle. And we're going to get another tie-up. Actually, timeout called.
Gilead.
So 6-6, we're even this quarter. Give me a chance to dive back into the cheering section out there. Say what's up to Zach Howard, cheering on the Indians. Melissa says go Cassidy. And nobody chatting over on the Facebook or the YouTube. Keeping it kind of quiet out there. I think this is the most festive-looking set of coaches that I've seen in any sport.
I agree. The craziest I'll go is Christmas socks. Maybe I'll wear those tomorrow for my junior high matchup. But the coach's suit, he takes it to a whole new level. But gotta love it if the kids are into it, and hey, go for it. Don't think you could do that with boys. I think they might look at you like you're kind of dumb the whole night, but it's a cool look. I like it.
Hopefully the gift wrapping suit jacket can inspire some play here from Mount Gilead. Getting doubled up on the road right now.
Yeah.
Got to get a basket here out of this set. And then just try to build one possession at a time, but it starts here kind of winning these last 60 seconds.
Yep, knocking some shots down, getting stops. Looks like Freddies are sitting in a 2-3 zone. They really do a nice job mixing up their defense at ease. I mean, so far we've seen 1-3-1, we've seen man, and we've seen zone. And really there was only one possession where they looked kind of confused as to what they were in, which that's easier said than done, being able to do that like they do.
Going to get a foul on the floor. We'll take another look at that last bucket by Danielle Polkat. Pulling the string there, getting a friendly hop on the road. And here she comes away with the turnover, looking to go coast to coast.
Ooh.
Got her shot blocked, and her buddy
put back.
Backs it up, Simpson.
13-point game. Big possession for the Freddies right here. Oh,
wow.
Another steal.
Thomas anticipating, and Boughton fouls her.
Oh, is that number 4?
Ella Boughton did just pick up her 4th foul.
Tough. Oh, Carpenter coming back in the game, though. That's a good thing.
Great job of reading the action there for Aubrey Thomas. And this was best case scenario for Mount Gilead since that timeout from Coach Nick. 4-0 run, and they got the basketball back. Looks like they'd like to hold for the final shot of the frame.
You know, that's an interesting aspect of the game, holding for the final shot. Hey, it worked in their favor. 10-point game. All right, great quarter for the Indians. Still got to dig yourself out of a 10-point hole. You know how you were talking about the shot clock earlier and just that aspect of holding it for the last shot. I think that's such a mixed bag because I think sometimes that could be a really good thing, but at the same time, if you turn it over, it's a waste.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community for
Welcome you back inside the Freddies Nest for Money Time, 4th quarter action. And it begins with Simpson from the short corner, missing the jumper. But Mount Gilead really did some nice work there in the 4th quarter. We've got just a 10-point game. Looked like it might be blowout city.
Yep.
Not so much. Lady Indians have battled back. I am Brian Skowronski. Ben McClay is with me here tonight. And kind of the tide has turned. It's still a double-figure lead here for Fredericktown, but you can tell the momentum starting to swing a little bit in favor of the ladies in purple.
Yep. Yeah, they had a nice 3rd quarter. I think the difference was they were hitting shots. It just seemed like they couldn't buy a bucket in that first half.
Amazing what you can do when you start seeing it fall.
No kidding.
How about that look inside, though, and the finish for Bryant. Starting off the 4th quarter in style. Maya's got 8 now.
Yeah, 2nd leading scorer for the Freddies.
Good looking ball movement. Simpson off the dribble drive. She's fouling. We'll head to the free throw line. Let's go back to that last possession, though, for Fredericktown. Oh, a little late on the replay. But Maya Bryant, she's been pretty good with her shot attempts so far. Hasn't really forced much.
Yep. Yeah, I think pretty much everything she shoots is right around the rim, within 3 feet. Pretty good with her back of the basket.
The senior Greer will have one more on the way. Missed them both. And last touch by Mount Gilead. Faith White almost chased it down. Carpenter setting up the offense. Lobs it here to Bryant. Right back to Callie.
Plenty of time on the clock, but I think if I'm Mount Gilead, I need, that can't happen if you want to find your way back in the game.
Miscommunication up top there.
Gilead
It's kind of leaving.
Pressure.
Sorry. Tipped away from Bryant, so another giveaway here for Fredericktown. It's got Mount Gilead back in the game. Polka on the fly, too hard.
Little double screen action for the Freddies.
Off the roll, ends up with the skip pass. Now back into the hands of Carpenter. Fredericktown obviously doesn't need to be in any rush here offensively. And we're going to get a timeout taken.
Sounds like Coach Pryor is telling them to kind of slow down. I mean, you're up 12, fourth quarter. You know, without a shot clock, you really could just swing it around and hold it for a great one.
I want to be amongst the first to wish everybody out there a Merry Christmas week as we're starting to count down the days. Anytime it gets within inside a week, start feeling a little bit of that magic in the air, I think, Ben. It's here, buddy.
I agree. I think I have most of my Christmas shopping done. Just got a couple things from Marshall's today. So, yeah, I think Marshall's is the place for me. Good prices, can find nice things. Not pretty crowded, but not overly crowded. Not too far down the road. Go shop at Marshall's, folks.
How about that free plug, Marshall's? If you want to sponsor, we out here.
Oh, I don't like that
Offensive
call.
foul on Bryant. We'll run it back one more time.
Yeah.
I'm definitely leaned into the back.
Right.
And I think the officials have been pretty consistent so far this season. When you're seeing that little lean up top.
Yep.
So Bryant's going to head over to the bench. And some big cheers coming in for a lady who's not on our roster. I don't have a 33 anywhere.
Kennedy Allgaier.
All right.
So she's been injured for a while. Not really sure how long. And I'm wondering if this is her first game back. I don't know. But I know she's had some injuries. I believe when the Freddies made that run to the regionals in softball 2 years ago, I think she's a pretty big part of that.
Yeah, not even listed here on the active roster. So called up from the practice squad today, maybe.
Injured reserve.
Quick move to the bucket. Will land Aubrey Thomas back on the free throw line. Really played some aggressive basketball in this second half. Five points for Aubrey up to this point, and it's been very balanced scoring. I don't think anybody has more than 6 right now for Mount Gilead.
That's probably part of the problem is no one has more than 6.
Yeah, tough to keep up when the leading scorer on the other side's got 17.
Right.
And a couple other girls flirting with double figures.
Yeah, 10-point game. Mount Gilead isn't going away.
Just 4 total points right now here in the fourth. Those are the firsts for Mount Gilead, who closed the third so strong.
Yeah.
Kind of pushed the envelope here, but they trim it back down to 10.
Yeah, and I'll be curious if they have any sort of like full court pressure. We've seen some man-to-man stuff where they're getting out on the ball handler, but I mean you're down 10 with 5 minutes left. I would think if they have a press in, this would be probably be the time to use it. See if they can speed the Freddies up a little bit, force some turnovers, and get the ball back.
Yeah, you would think that Coach Vukovic he's got to come out with a different look probably that Fredericktown hasn't seen yet.
Yeah, or even just something to get the ball out of Carpenter's hands or speed her up. Because, I mean, you know, with Boughton being in foul trouble, you know, Maya Bryant's done a nice job, but I think ball handling wise, like Carpenter's, Boughton's on the floor. Let's see what they come out in. Okay, so yeah, man-to-man press. Let's see if they do any trapping. I bet you, okay, they're doubling Carpenter. Yep, which is smart.
It'll be Boughton with the basketball coming in. They're going to let Ella handle, kind of clear it out.
Yep, that's a good call.
So a reach-in will be Just the first team foul against Mount Gilead here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, so they got plenty to give. Only her second foul.
Right back to Ella. Yeah, almost mishandled it. Now to Carpenter. Picked up by
Good
Faith
steal.
White. Wow.
Wow.
Some cookies.
Wow.
And a cruising.
They need to be up in that press.
Bellman,
Oh,
not
tip.
a smart pass, but right to Alger.
Getting to the free throw line.
And Algier, great catch, right place, right time.
That's right. And that screen set them up well as well. That was a smart screen on her part.
I think that's the biggest cheer that we've had all night. 33 heading to the free throw line here. Got the right knee all wrapped up. But out here grinding, putting in some minutes here in the fourth.
Yep.
And missed them both. And a big rebound by Simpson.
Big possession here for the Indians.
Yeah, this is as close as they have been.
For a long time.
Long two.
Ooh.
Off target, but an offensive rebound created by Neal. Oh, another look opposite corner this time.
Oh, just like that, 5-point game.
Faith White coming alive here. Last 5 points belong to her. And all of a sudden.
Yep. We got ourselves a ball game, folks.
Three fouls on each side now. And Faith's got 11. First player in double figures for Mount Gilead. As that one's poked out of bounds by the Lady Indians. Freddies will throw it in here just about at the midway point of fourth quarter action.
Into Carpenter. Carpenter's been pretty quiet this fourth quarter. Good post up, Maya. 8 points for Maya Bryant, but eight big points, or 10 points. 10 pretty big points in this game.
They needed that one. Kind of stopped the bleeding.
Yep.
That one airmailed at the other end for Kendall Nill.
Oh.
And we'll get a foul here. Thought it might be a tie-up. And you see Danielle's really upset. Thought she got a good chunk of that basketball. And it shouldn't be a shooting foul. I don't know what's happening.
They're taking it sideline.
Thought maybe I missed a technical or something.
No. Gilead up in that press. Yeah, you're up 7. 3.5 minutes left. I think you just got to be strong with the ball and shoot. Well, okay, never mind. Gilead ball, pushing the other way.
Got a 4-on-3 here.
Yep.
Polcott, little flip back to Neal.
Wide open look.
And she's had the hot hand. Chases it down from closer. Still won't drop. Back the other way, Bryant cherry picking. Carpenter got her back.
Carpenter with the cleanup. That's 19 for Carpenter.
Huge bucket there for Fredericktown. As Simpson drives in.
Ooh, that was a foul.
So we'll get Greer on the free throw line, trying to trim this back down to a 7-point margin.
Yep. 8-point game.
And a big ovation for number 33 coming in and playing some solid minutes, about 3 of them.
7-point game. Mount Gilead up in their man-to-man press, doubling, denying Carpenter. Timeout, Coach Pryor. See if he draws anything up against this press, or if he's just trying to kind of calm all of them down. Being that he called a full, he's probably going to draw something up. See if Mount Gilead does anything differently with the press, or if they stay in that man. I mean, it seems to be working pretty well.
Whatever Mount Gilead's been doing for the last 8 minutes of game action, I'd stick with that.
Yeah, right.
They have erased a 22-point deficit, if memory serves, and wasn't that long ago on the scoreboard that we were thinking they might just rock this baby to bed early, see some fans heading towards the exit. Not so fast, my friends.
That's right.
Just a few possession ball game here, and the energy level really picked up for Mount Gilead, and you can tell they've got a little bit of belief flowing through their veins now.
Yep. Yeah, and I mean, I think if I'm Fredericktown, you know, they're with this new rule, one more foul, and we're going to the free throw line. So just strong with the ball, take care of the basketball. And, you know, in all honesty, if it isn't a layup, I'm not sure if it should be shot. I don't know. I mean, if there were 4 or 6 minutes left, I think it would be a lot different. But you can easily milk seconds off the clock at this point.
Both teams sitting at 4 personal fouls, so it'll be bonus action all the way.
Jump ball.
And the possession arrow heading the other direction.
Oh,
so
man.
Mount Gilead got a big chance here.
Yeah, even if they get a 2, but if they make a 3 here, they make things real interesting. Good look.
And a good bucket.
5-point game.
Simpson's really played good.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Vukovic.
Not too happy about that one, but I don't know. From here, I think that's a fair call. But he probably got a better look than I did, but he's also a little more biased.
Take one more look at that last Greer Simpson bucket.
Yeah, that was a really, really good take by her.
Made it just a 5-point game. Clutch free throws.
And that's the 5th foul. So those of you that aren't aware of the new rule, it used to be back in the day, a.k.a. a year ago, when you got 7 fouls and a half, you shot 1 and 1 and 10 fouls in the double bonus, other than an offensive foul or charging foul. But now it's resets every quarter, and you get 2 shots at 5 fouls. So those of you that are watching and are like, why is she shooting when I see a 5 on there? That's why.
Mount Gilead pretty lucky, I think, that it was a quick whistle, called the jump ball. Freddie's going to get the basketball back, but it doesn't put him on the line with the foul.
Thomas. Like Freddy's in that dribble weave action look. Just trying to milk some time off the clock. That's a foul.
And Carpenter, who has not scored but 2 points in the second half.
Yeah, but she's handled the ball, and that's probably a big reason as to why it's gotten this close. I mean, that first half, she was lighting it up. Second half, quiet, but big free throw here, and that's 20 of 42. I'd say pretty solid night.
This to push it to an 8-point lead. She will. Nice setup for Simpson.
Ooh, good shot. Gilead back up in the press, trying to speed the Freddies up. Trap. Oh, it's got to be getting close to 5 seconds.
I think it's going to be a Fredericktown timeout.
Yeah.
It will be.
Smart timeout.
But you see the Home and Kitchen Supply TO 13-9 this quarter. And Mount Gilead, they've won the second half.
Yeah.
So they've played much better after riding that struggle train offensively in the first.
Yeah.
Hard to believe they just made 2 field goals in that first half.
Well.
And what's really kind of churned their charge back here defensively, they've been able to get a couple of clean looks, some easy baskets going the other way. And once they finally got a couple to drop, it's been a much different ball game.
Yep.
Just 1 timeout remaining for Fredericktown. Mount Gilead's got 2 in their back pocket. And a very festive back pocket for Nick Vukovic. And he told me before the game, he's like, man, I'd wear this to the club. This is just a great looking fit. Yeah, I feel like I'm not doing enough in the Christmas season.
I know. I agree.
Next game, Ben, we really need to
Up it.
Yeah, for sure.
Wide open. Ball's in Carpenter's hands. Just got to take care of the basketball at this point. Take care of the basketball, force them to foul you. Yep, Freddie's spreading it out in that 4 corners look.
I think that's the right move. I would quadruple team number 11.
Right.
I would try to make Kit Bellman make a decision.
Yeah.
She's been a little shaky with the ball tonight.
Yep.
Oh, over and back. Mount Gilead makes a play defensively, only burned up about 20 seconds.
Well, and I mean, that's the downfall of running that offense is you're so far away from the hoop, and if you turn it over, you might kind of look back at that and feel like you wasted time. But I still think it was the right decision. All right, well, let's see if they can get going from three-point land. A made 3 here makes things really interesting.
Carpenter knocks it out of bounds. 1:18 showing on the clock. Mount Gilead looking to come all the way back, down 20-plus points here in this second half. Faith White's been a huge reason why. She's got 11. Simpson as well in double figures. Thomas.
Oh, nice take. 4-point ball game. Timeout, Mount Gilead.
And they've got 1 left. Let's run it back. Check out this last take by Thomas. Steps through a double team and then just right by Boughton for the bucket.
Yep.
Wow. Gotta say, I'm a little shocked that we got a game here at the end.
Yeah, me too.
It was not trending in this direction with about
I know,
5 minutes to go in the third.
Hats off to Mount Gilead. I mean,
no question.
When you're in that situation, it's so easy just to kind of cave in and.
Yeah, we got holiday parties coming
right.
up.
Got to talk to my parents after the game, whatever. But no, they fought right back, and I mean, putting themselves in a position to compete for the win. Biggest thing is, like, if you're gonna foul, I would not foul Carpenter. Probably don't want to foul Boughton. You probably want to, if you're gonna do it, probably one of those other 3 girls. But, you know, the difference now is they get 2 shots instead of the 1-and-1, which changes things. But Mount Gilead's got to come out here and at least try to get a steal, which they've been pretty successful with this press.
Couple scores for you guys from our comment section. Brian Hess says Danville beats Northmore 45-29 tonight. And Cardington knocking off East Knox 61-31.
Wow.
Carpenter right back to Boughton. Ella triple team poked away. It's up for grabs.
Gilead ball.
Oh, Faith had a wide open girl. Waited way too long.
Oh, boy.
But she's still open and buries it.
2-point ball game.
Big shot from Faith White.
Take care of the basketball. That's a foul.
And I think that was intended there by Emily Thomas to try to put the sophomore on the line.
I mean, it's not Carpenter and it's not Boughton at the line. you might look back at that one and say it's a pretty smart move.
So the 5'8" sophomore in a pressure cooker of a situation here.
Yep.
Bellman's got 1 point so far on the night. So we know that she's got the ability to make a free throw. Been done it already. But not quite this situation.
Right.
41 ticks remaining and a lot of discussion going on here.
I don't really know. Oh, coach. Yeah, if she makes this first one, I'd say the Freddies are in a lot better position, but if she missed them both, things get real interesting. Looks like Coach Pryor is going to call timeout off a make. Whoop.
Oh, Bellman goes down to the floor almost.
Oh, Gilead ball. Freddies better match up.
Down the lane, Simpson foul on her way to the bucket. And she will shoot two with a chance to even things up.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
That's a great take. If you would have told me this game would be this close at halftime, I might have called you crazy.
Well, I have been taking crazy pills, I guess. Oh, what a hop.
Wow.
Not supposed to get that friendly of a hop on the road.
Big free throw.
Greer Simpson for the tie. Absolutely crazy.
Oh.
Cannot connect. Long
right,
rebound
picking up
secured
full
by
court.
Bryant. Now bound into the front court. We'll see if
Gilead's
they
got to
put her on
pressure
the
the
line.
Freddies. I think that's Gilead ball. Wow. Really smart defense by Gilead, forcing Ella Boughton out that baseline. Ella's got to get that ball out of her hands, though. 1 point game.
Faith has to pick it up. Simpson goes backdoor. They'll skip it into the corner. Oh.
7. What was that call? Oh, is that his final timeout?
Final timeout, Mount Gilead.
See what coach draws up out of this. You know, I will say that can be a challenge of coaching in that situation. Do you call the timeout or do you just let the kids play? Because as well as Mount Gilead's been playing, it's like, you know, that's a tough one. You know, obviously, coach probably has something he thinks really good. Be also curious to see what Fredericktown does defensively. Do they go back to their zone? You know, do they go man? Because, yeah, I saw
There's
that.
a dog?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Come on. Even entertaining the K9s.
So I feel like he's drawing up some sort of man set, but if they drop in their zone, you know, they looked really good in that 1-3-1 in the first half. Oh, matching up. Freddy's matching up. See what the Indians do.
They'll start it in the hands of Polkett.
Ella better front. They better not just lob it up to 24.
They're at least showing a three-man line right now. They got Simpson down in the post, Boughton on her.
Yep.
Pretty even in terms of size with that battle.
It looks like they're talking. Oh, I bet they're talking possession. It would be my guess.
Right now, the possession arrow favoring Mount Gilead, but
they
they're going to
just
switch
switched
it.
Yeah.
For the game. Mount Gilead down by 1.
Oh.
Wide open look straight away. Nothing but net for Olivia Long.
Oh, my.
What a finish by Mount Gilead.
Whoa, what a comeback.
Olivia Long from downtown. Spreading some Christmas cheer all through the visitor section.
And the officials are kind of talking like this might not. I don't know what they're talking about. What? Oh, I don't know what's going on here. Something tells me the game's not quite over. Did Coach Pryor take a timeout off of that?
Look at the shot one more time.
Oh,
I mean,
beautiful.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
nobody covers.
Hands and feet ready to go. Poise. What a shot.
Olivia Long scoreless.
It looks
before
like
then.
It looks like maybe I thought Coach Pryor had used all of his timeouts, but my guess is maybe he called a timeout right as the Freddies got it. Looks like the score clock, they're trying to figure out what's going on. Oh boy, running it down. So it looks like the Freddies are going to have a shot at it. I think if I'm Coach Pryor, depending on how much time they have, I'm drawing up something for the long ball. If I'm Mount Gilead, I better not foul right here. I think that's number one. Just be sound. The pressure is on the Freddies. I mean, you're up 2. Don't foul. If you do foul, don't foul Carpenter.
Take one last look.
Yeah, I bet you there was a timeout of some sorts because I don't really know what's going on, to tell you the truth. Looks like everyone's kind of confused. All right, they're running the clock down.
I think that's just the 60 seconds for the timeout.
Oh, well then, are they running it down to how much? You're probably okay. Oh no, I think they're running it.
Oh. 2.6.
Plenty of time. All right. So Mount Gilead's matchup. If I'm Fredericktown, I'm coming across. I'm bringing my 2 girls up. I'm setting the screen. I don't know what they're doing, but I would throw the deep ball right here. You got plenty of time for that.
Got 2 ladies trying to lock up Carpenter.
Oh boy. Oh,
and a travel.
Oh my. Oh boy.
So Callie Carpenter makes the catch. She goes to turn and absolutely took a couple steps without taking a dribble.
I don't think Coach Pryor likes that one too much. Like first time I've heard him yell at the officials all night. Can't say I blame him. That'll be it, folks. Upset of the year. Well, I wouldn't say upset. Comeback of the year.
Mount Gilead somehow, some way erases a 22-point deficit.
Wow.
They win it here on the road.
They found a way to win.
3-1 now in the KMAC.
Wow.
We will take a quick commercial timeout. When we return, we'll have your post-game stats and an interview with our most valuable player. I don't even know who to pick. Let us know in the comments section.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
back now with our co-MVPs presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio, and we begin with Greer Simpson. What a huge second half for you girls. It looked like you were going to be left for dead, no Christmas cheer, but you got some joy. You started hitting shots. What did you feel like changed within your guys' own sideline where you were able to get on that big run?
I definitely want to say our energy got changed a lot. Although we might have gotten a little chewed out in the locker room, that kind of gave us the fire under our butts to get up and down the court. Going into the game, we knew they weren't a very good transition team, so we tried to get up and down the court second half, and I guess that's what happened. We got up and down the court.
And then you specifically, you got very aggressive on the offensive side of things. I think that 9 of your 11 might have come in that second half. So what were you seeing out there that you thought that you could exploit?
I knew they were sagging off of me a little bit because I guess, a little bit of a shooter and a driver. So once I seen them come out on me, I just shot fake them and went, and I could get to the basket and get fouled, or I'd have a wide open lane.
This is a huge game for you guys within the KMAC. So getting to 3-1 now, I mean, how big does it feel? I mean, you just pull off the big comeback win, but just knowing that you're in a great position now in the league.
That's a good question. I guess we played as a team, so our teamwork got us going, I guess.
All right, one of our co-MVPs, that's Greer Simpson. Go ahead, hand off the microphone. And we got to bring in the young lady who hit the game winner, Olivia Long. You had not scored on the night, and they leave you all alone. Take us through that final play in that big shot.
Well, it was supposed to be a different play, like a pass for a layup, and I was like, well, I'm just going to go around. And she passed it to me, and I was so nervous. I don't even know how far back I was when I made it, but it was a lot of enjoyment.
It was pretty deep, but if no one's going to guard you, you got to take the shot, so you didn't hesitate. What was said there in kind of your guys' huddle after they took the timeout and you had just hit that shot? Because you guys thought that it was all over with.
Yeah, he just told me to double team and that it's not over yet, to keep the energy up.
I got to imagine, is this the biggest shot that you've ever hit in your career?
Yes.
So this is going to be kind of a story that you're going to have for a lifetime.
For sure.
To do it here at this gym against a rival school, what does this mean to you personally?
Oh, it was really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, super cool. Wow, what a finish. I'm still a little stunned. I can't even imagine how you guys feel being a part of it. So congratulations on getting it done, not giving up, coming back. Excellent win for you. Who do you want to shout out tonight?
My mom, my brother, and my dad.
All right, and hand it off to Greer. Who do you want to shout out?
Am I still going? I want to shout out the team and my parents and everyone who came out to support us. I'd also want to say our sweater contest we had. Although I do kind of want to vote for him, kind of not. He does run practice, so I guess I have to vote for Coach V.
Pretty decent suit, though.
I'd have to say Coach V, too, even though Miss Bolts was pretty good. Hers lights up.
Yeah, tough competition out there all the way around, but I think everybody's a winner with those outfits on the sideline. No question. All right, our co-MVPs presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
At Knox Community Hospital, your primary care physician is more than someone who delivers your test results, more than someone who writes prescriptions, more than someone who listens to your heart. We are your healthcare partner who takes the time to know you, listen to your concerns, and provide you with expert personalized care to make and keep you well. Because to us, you're more than just numbers on a chart. You're a neighbor and a friend. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community.
welcome you back for our Morrow County Job and Family Services post-game show. And my gosh, what a finish here tonight at the Freddies Nest. I'm still trying to figure out really what happened in the second half, but the final score you see there, 45-43, a huge trifecta for the victory made by Olivia Long. All right, we're going to break down these final stats for you guys. Emma Bell is going to join me. She's been tracking them all night here for the OH Report. Tell us some of the biggest numbers and what stood out there in that second half specifically.
Well, Mount Gilead came in looking hot with 2-pointers. They made almost 14 in the second half. They only had 3 in the first half, and then they added another 11 in the second half. The 3-pointers, they hit 2, and the last one was at the very last second. They definitely secured the game with that one. Their turnovers dropped greatly in the second half. They only had 5 in the second half compared to their 12 in the first half. Fredericktown definitely gained some turnovers. They had about 10 in the second half compared to the turnovers in the first half, which was 9. Rebounds-wise, they were actually really close together. Mount Gilead had 23 rebounds, and then Fredericktown had 24. So very close. Free throw-wise, Fredericktown did not look too hot tonight. They made 6 out of the 15 free throws, and then Mount Gilead, they made 10 out of the 15, so a better percentage with the Mount Gilead side.
A lot of turnovers in that second half for the Freddies. They did a nice job taking care of the basketball. Mount Gilead exploited them there, and I think that was probably the biggest difference maker, just kind of turning some of that defense into offense.
Yep, definitely.
Emma, have you seen a comeback quite like that before in a high school basketball game?
Not in a while, I have to say. The coach did pretty well to make his team come back from being down almost 15 points.
Yeah, I think it was 22, yeah.
Yeah.
15 at the break, and it just was not going well for them. So a couple of adjustments, and geez, just it's amazing what a little bit of energy and a couple of made shots can do for you.
I think also Mount Gilead's press broke down Fredericktown. The press really kind of messed with Fredericktown's head a little bit, which is where a lot of Fredericktown's turnovers came from, was them being pressed most of the second half.
All right, that is Emma Bell, our intern, breaking down the stats for you. I'll have you hand off here to Ben McClay to wrap things up as we put a bow on an unbelievable game here tonight. As Mount Gilead, I'll have to update that, get the 5-3 actually, and 3-1 in the KMAC. So for the defending champs, they're right back up at the top of the league where they felt that they could be, Ben. So this one, they'll look back on this if they end up competing for the KMAC championship and say that's kind of what spurred us.
Oh, 100%. I mean, that's what championship teams do, though. You know, like obviously they couldn't figure it out in the first half. Not all Freddies, but they found a way to win. And I mean, that's a huge win. That shows a lot about that squad. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how they go throughout the season. But I think if you're coming off of 4 starters graduating and you're sitting at 5-3 headed to Christmas, I think you're in really good shape.
Yeah, no question. And for Fredericktown, they get Clear Fork next, who sitting, I believe, at 6-2 on the season, and their 2 losses are
really good
against just Mansfield Senior and then Shelby, who I think
two
just
exceptional squads.
2 great D2s.
Great, yeah. Like they said, I mean, bigger schools. Yeah, that one might be a rough one, but you know, Freddie's just got to bounce back and keep getting better every day. I mean, you still have a very young squad of Freddies, so. Yeah, keep getting better and learn from this loss. So sometimes you learn more from the losses than you do the wins.
So for Mount Gilead, boy, what an unbelievable night. Fredericktown might be thinking about this one for a while in a different regard, but as we head into the holiday weekend, I mean, plenty of Christmas cheer here at the end of this one. We even had a dog in the house that was impressed.
We had a dog, we had the Christmas outfits, we had a big comeback. It was quite the night of KMAC action, right?
No question about it. That is going to wrap up our coverage, though, here from the Freddies Nest. I want to thank all of our generous sponsors for chipping in to help bring you live and free action, including Alumni Roofing, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Morrow County Job and Family Services, Lacey Construction, Knox Community Hospital, and Home and Kitchen Supply. For our amazing staff here, our camera lady, Madeline Zazzuto, our stat tracker, Emma Bell, and Ben McClay, I am Brian Skowronski, signing out for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow with more live and free coverage on the OH Report. But for now, for tonight, we're out of here. See you guys.